Sandals.
Congrats on grad school.
They're loaned. Good guy. Number 71. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
What's the feel like with Mike Loxley as the head guy of the offense now?
It's been great. He brings a lot of energy and a lot of passion. We really like how consistent he is every day in and day out. He always tells us exactly what we need to do, what we need to accomplish for the day, and he overall just gives us a lot of great confidence, and we're really excited to be working with him.
Last couple opening games, you guys have already blown away things, blowing the game away after halftime. What's that like? Is that is that something that comes with the preparation, or what's behind that? Do you think?
I think that's just part of our mentality and our preparation. Coach Saban's always, preaching to us about, the importance of coming out, fast, coming out strong, and then just, continuing that throughout the whole game. So I think that's just part of the culture that's preached here, and we, he does a phenomenal job of just trying to get us in that mindset from the very beginning. I think that's just all about, the culture around here.
Jedrick Wills named one of the starters on the depth chart. Can you kind of just talk about what you've seen from him this fall camp and how he's progressed?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a really explosive athlete. Obviously a guy who plays with a lot of power, a lot of smarts too, and he plays with a lot of poise for being young. Me personally being against him or being side by side by him every day, playing tight end and tackle, he's done a really good job. And I can tell you, firsthand that he's, very experienced and he's going to do a really good job for us.
I think it's said a couple times, even last week in the ESPN story, that this team is going to be different. That the offense might need to score more points than is normal. When you hear that from your head coach as an offensive player, what does that tell you, and what does that? What do you think of those comments?
Well, I mean, I think he obviously puts a lot of faith and trust in us, and I think as offensive guys, we hold that to a high responsibility. We want to come out and score a lot of points because obviously this place has always been about defense for the longest time, and we're trying to rewrite that. Not that the defense can't play great, because they will play great, but we want to lessen their burden every game, and that's something that we've been really trying to do and preach on and harp on, is to really just change this identity. Make Alabama seem like the place that has the most amazing offense, the most unstoppable offense, and people have thought about our defense for so long.
Have you had those conversations with the other offensive players, playmakers on this team?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, with our leaders, myself, Ross, Jonah, Jalen, Tua, Damian, all those guys, we want to come out and just be explosive athletes. We want to put up a lot of points. We want to put up a lot of numbers, and that's part of our offensive leadership, is just telling our guys, hey, we can be that good. We can be the team to beat, the team that hangs 60 points on everybody. We can do that if we play hard and we do the right thing, and we ultimately accomplish our goals every single day. We can do that, and I think it's just about instilling confidence in all of our guys.
Who's going to start at quarterback? I'm just kidding.
Not my question.
Do people maybe not appreciate what a good athlete a guy like Jonah is, just because they don't know what an athletic 6'5", 305-pound guy is?
Absolutely. I mean, Jonah is an absolute freak athlete. I mean, if you were to go back and look at him in high school, I think he set all kinds of records. I think in discus and shot put and something like that. But he's just he's really is an incredible athlete. When you watch him on tape and we're running some sort of play where Jalen or a running back breaks free in the secondary, you see Jonah running stride by stride with them. It's really wow, that guy is that athletic, and he really is, and that's why so many scouts are attracted to him, because he's a really great player and he's just a freak athlete, and he seems like a no-brainer first round pick to me.
This tight end group is talented and experienced from top to bottom, but can you kind of talk about Jeff Banks in his first year, how he's gotten y'all prepared for their week one?
Yeah, he's done a really great job. It's tough anytime you have to balance special teams and tight ends at the same time, but he's done a really good job for us. Just kind of giving us confidence and really telling us everything that we need to do, not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint, because a lot of people kind of lose that sight when you talk about tight ends. They don't realize how much mental preparation comes into it with being part tackle, part wide receiver. We have to know a lot of things, and he's picked up on that really well, and really just done a really great job for us, and we really respect him, and we are looking forward to continuing working with him.
How much has the playbook changed, or is it more or less a combination of what you guys have had under Brian and Lane?
It hasn't changed a whole lot. I mean, we're still going to do a lot of the same stuff we did under him. You know, Loxley brought in some really good wrinkles, though, from his previous places of work. And, you know, he's brought some really good plays that we didn't have in the past and that we're looking forward to playing, to using. And we're excited to, you know, get to display those because he's got a really great offensive mind, and he has been learning under those guys too. So he took a lot of their stuff, and obviously it worked in the past. So I don't think he would want to change too much.
Is there a level of you know, influence that Coach Enos has also from the pro style background?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Coach Enos is a phenomenal coach. He brings another great offensive mind to our, you know, our discussions and our meetings. And, you know, he is someone who brings just a wealth of information and plays. And so he's done a really great job for us, not only, you know, coming up with plays, but, you know, scouting opponents and figuring out what plays work great against what defenses. And he's, you know, really been a good catalyst for getting some of our plays to going on the offense.
Enos's background, that, you know, is, you know, he's used a lot of tight ends,
right,
you know, at Arkansas. I mean, how much does he consult with you guys at all? And you know, do you sense that, you know, he's looking to get you guys involved along with Coach Loxley?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially at Arkansas, you know, they had some really great tight ends. You know, Hunter Henry, Jeremy Sprinkle, to name a few. And we have been watching some of their film because, you know, a lot of the plays and a lot of the styles and techniques that we, you know, try to emulate or what we're trying to do could be, you know, seen in what they did. And that's just to go to show you, you know, hopefully how big of a role the tight ends will have this year in the offense. And, you know, just what a great guy that Coach Enos is for, you know, putting that faith and trust in us, because he's had great tight ends in the past, so hopefully we can emulate that.
What are those offensive meetings like, you know, when you got Mike and when you have Mike and Dan kind of working, you know, together a little bit? I know obviously Mike's the guy that's going to be calling the plays, but what are those offensive meetings? Do they work in coordination with one another?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, Coach Loxley, you know, has the final say and everything, but Coach Enos brings, like I said, a lot of knowledge and a lot of good input to the meetings, and that's, you know, something that is really valuable as an offense. You know, having guys who you can bring have such experience too. I mean, they both have a ton of experience, and I think that because of that, you know, they can kind of bounce ideas off of each other and then really just use one another to come up with the best situation for us as an offense. So I think they both benefited because of it.
I wanted to ask you, we obviously have another guest here. You're the one that at tight end go up against the linebackers a lot. What do you see from this group? There is some, you know, some injury affecting that kind of depth there. So where is that group going into the season, and just what do you see from those guys?
Right. Well, obviously our outside linebackers are some of the best players that we have on the team, and I think, you know, it's phenomenal that especially Anthony and Christian are both healthy again, and the rest of those guys, because they're going to be playmakers. You know, they're going to be flying around in the backfield, and they're, you know, a kickstarter for us on defense. And, you know, not having them on defense hurt us last year, but since they're back now, you know, we're very excited and, you know, hopeful that they're going to go off again like they did early on against Florida State.
All right, thanks.